on, don't fail me now. And... okay, 10 seconds have now passed. It looks like this thing should be up and running, so... let's just not waste any time because we have one hell of a show. Yeah, people, I know normally I wouldn't do a double feature like this, but you know what? It's the last fucking one for the year, so we're gonna go out with a bang. Oops, shit's already demonetized. Oh, who gives a fuck? This isn't normal.
Banger after banger after banger.
That's what we're hoping with this one here. Alright, let's just start with the first show we have. Ring of Honor Final Battle 2022. This will close out Ring of Honor for the year, and this may finally be the chance as well for AEW to get Ring of Honor to have a TV deal, you know? This is something we've been waiting for a while, and, yeah. Hopefully we'll get more information tomorrow, and, from the boss man himself, but we'll see. I'm Coffee Lover 239, with me as always, our resident John Moxley stand, Steven.
Oi, what's up everyone? Hope everyone's doing well, and I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving also.
Yes, yeah. Well, Thanksgiving was after Survivor Series, or it was after Thanksgiving was before Survivor Series. It's not normally how they normally do it, but you know, whatever. All right, let's just not waste any time. Oh crap! I don't have the thing pulled up here. Please give me just one moment. Da da da. No, I will not be ordering that. Okay, ready, steady. Oh, turn it up. Turn it up. And here's our first match. Chris Jericho versus Claudio Castagnoli for the ROH World Championship. And if Claudio loses, he must join the Jericho Appreciation Society. At AEW Grand Slam, Chris Jericho defeated Claudio Castagnoli to win the ROH World Championship after delivering a low blow to Castagnoli. Jericho's 8th overall World Championship in professional wrestling, hence his new moniker, the Ocho, briefly leaving his The Wizard moniker. Since procuring the title, Jericho vowed to destroy everything related to Ring of Honor before rebuilding it in his image, dubbing it Ring of Jericho. Additionally, Jericho would successfully defend the title against former ROH champions, including Bandito, Bryan Danielson, Dalton Castle, and Colt Cabana, though usually by utilizing some form of cheating. At Full Gear, Jericho would retain the title against Castagnoli, Danielson, and Sammy Guevara, pinning Castagnoli after a goddamn Judas effect. On the November 25th episode of AEW Rampage, Castagnoli confronted the Jericho Appreciation Society, who were cutting a promo in the ring, and challenged Jericho to a rematch. Jericho initially refused, but after some convincing by JAS member Matt Menard, Jericho changed his mind and accepted the challenge for Final Battle on the condition that if Castagnoli loses the matches, he's forced to join the JAS. This is the best thing related to ROH that's going on right now. Jericho's the evil, wanting to take the honor out of Ring of Honor, and Castagnoli's fighting for the honor. This could actually be a tough one as well, because if you think if Ring of Honor is going to get that TV deal, it's possible they're going to have Jericho remain as champion, but on the other hand, Castagnoli is an original, so yeah. Who are your thoughts, Steven? What you got? Who you got?
I got Jericho.
The more I think about it, if they really want to keep this thing long-term running, they may as well have Jericho retain, so I'll agree with you there. Plus, Castagnoli, if the Blackpool Combat Club are on their way out, then this could be the start of it. Yep. Hold on, let me fix that. Let's go to the next match, shall we? It's Daniel Garcia versus Wheeler Yuta in a Pure Wrestling Rules match for the ROH Pure Championship. At Death Before Dishonor, Wheeler Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club successfully defended the ROH Pure Championship against Daniel Garcia of the Jericho Appreciation Society. Several weeks later, on AEW Dynamite, held in Garcia's hometown of Buffalo, New York, Garcia defeated Yuta in a rematch to win the title. On the November 30th episode of Dynamite, during a sit-down interview with members of the BCC and JAS, Yuta challenged Garcia to a third match at Final Battle, which Garcia accepted. This is a Pure Rules match. This is going to be a pretty damn good mat match. You're going to see a lot of technical stuff, probably. And yeah, this should be damn good for what it does. Steven, who you think's going to win?
Garcia.
Yeah, I'll go with Daniel Garcia on this one as well. Now, our next match is Mercedes Martinez versus Athena for the ROH Women's World Championship. So that's where she's been. So on the November 18th edition of Rampage, Athena, who recently began having a new vicious streak, defeated Madison Rayne. Afterwards, as had now been commonplace for Athena, she continued attacking Rayne after the bout, even knocking down referee Aubrey Edwards when she tried to intervene. Athena would later be confronted by ROH Women's World Champion Mercedes Martinez, making her first televised appearance since Death Before Dishonor after suffering an injury. As a result of her attacking Edwards, Athena was suspended for a week. And the following Friday on Rampage, Athena called out Martinez to put her championship on the line against her. On December 1st, ROH announced that Martinez and Athena will wrestle for the title at Final Battle. So that's where she's been, huh? I mean, I guess if this is where Athena's been, who knows? How long has Mercedes Martinez been the women's champion? Let's take a look. 220 days. Geez, she's had one hell of a run. I don't know. What do you think?
Despite those days, knowing how the last pay was back a few months ago, that's why she's been having probably a long reigns because of it.
I suppose.
But I think I'll go with Mercedes winning.
Yeah, again, if they're going to keep the TV deal going and keep the ROH people there, I think Martinez had a longer stint at least, so yeah, go with her. Next up, Samoa Joe versus Juice Robinson for the ROH World Television Championship. Uh-oh, son of a bitch. There's no match details for this one. What the fuck? Oh, does this one even need to speak for... I mean, Joe is now double champion, basically. Even though he's only putting one on the line here, but that makes sense. And he's going up against Juice Robinson, who's pretty good. So all things considered, you know what? I think this one does speak for itself. Who you think's gonna win?
Hello? Hello?
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, I heard you from the live stream, but not on this.
What the hell? You heard me from there, but not on this. You may want to check your thing.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh my god, we're having technical difficulties. Steven, who you think's gonna win?
Let's go. Samoa Joe.
Yep, Joe. Let's keep this going. Next. Oh, here's a last-minute one. Swerve in Our Glory. Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. Okay, why are they still team? I thought the walkout... This is not making any sense anymore. Against Shane Taylor Promotions. Shane Taylor and JD Griffey. Hey, let me read this first. Hey! Let me read this. On the December 2nd edition of Rampage, Keith Lee was set for a backstage interview before being confronted by former tag team partner Shane Taylor. Taylor would comment about how the business between you and I, Lee and Taylor, is far from over. While asking about what it was with Lee leaving family, he would reference how he left former partner J.D. Griffey in the Texas independent scene, how he left Taylor in ROH when he signed with Evolve, and recently abandoning Swerve Strickland during the AEW World Tag Team Championship match at Full Gear. Taylor would throw out a challenge to Lee for Final Battle, with he and Griffey facing Swerve in Our Glory. Strickland would then appear behind Lee as Taylor left, with a hesitantly asking if he can still trust Strickland. This is going on way longer than it needs to. I understand between Lee and Taylor, but it's gone on long enough.
It really has. I got Keith and Swerve winning though.
I guess, yeah, they're gonna drag this out. I agree with you on that one there. Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. Next. Here we go. Dalton Castle and the boys.
Oh God, no.
Oh, come on. They're not that bad. Brandon Tate and...
I got one more they are, and that's... Man!
You're wrong. Versus the Embassy, Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Toa Linoa, in a 6-man tag team match for the ROH World 6-man Tag Team Championship. No background info, but Dalton Castle's good. Brian Cage, I guess, is going to be here for a while, since there's not much for him on AEW TV, so yeah. Steven?
Brian Cage and Gates of Agony. Boom.
I'm going to actually go with Dalton Castle and the boys.
Yeah, okay.
Alright,
good luck with that.
Match. Oh, this is gonna be the one.
Banger after banger after banger.
And now we have these two, FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood versus the Briscoes, Jay and Mark, in a double dog collar match for the ROH World Tag Team Championship. You heard of a regular dog collar match, but now a double one. Ooh. Anyways, at Supercard of Honor 15, FTR defeated the Briscoes to capture the ROH World Tag Team Championship. 3 months later, at Death Before Dishonor, a rematch between the two teams took place. This time, a 2 out of 3 falls match. There, FTR defeated the Briscoes 2-1 to retain the titles. On December 7th episode of Dynamite, FTR failed to win the AEW World Tag Team Championship when they were confronted by the Guns, who appeared on the Tritantron. Only because, well, Turner execs still don't want the Briscoes on. You motherfuckers, you're depriving us of this shit.
I'm being honest. Let that pass go. What was right wrong, okay? But still, they're a fucking amazing tag team.
Oh yeah.
And the PWI says so. They're on the number 3. So if you don't want the FTRs on that fucking list, then fuck
2,
you.
And the Usos are 1. Okay, let's just go. Anyway, the Guns would reveal a Christmas card signed in blood by the Briscoes, challenging them to one more match, a final battle. As an added twist, they would later pull dog collars out of the stockings, making this a double dog collar match. This is going to be a fucking great match. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Steven, who's your pick?
Shit, and it could go anyway. I want Briscoes to win.
I'm going with FTR.
I love FTR. And I will say this to Warner Brothers. What they think of the Briscoes, it's garbage day!
Oh, but you're not even using that quote. I mean, we're in that holiday season, so it makes sense to use that quote, but... God, what if Vinegar Syndrome of all companies released fucking Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 in 4K? Yeah, they would be responsible.
And also, fuck Bill Goldberg.
Okay, you know what? Okay, if you don't stop, I'm going to get permanently yeet you out because that is getting annoying. Okay.
I'm sorry. I that was an accident. I didn't mean to say that.
Oh no, it was not. Okay, that's enough. Okay.
Lose what?
That was enough there because one pay-per-view down. Hold on, there's a slight technical issue here. Hey!
Lose what?
There was a small technical hiccup, but I got it showing now. Now we're gonna do Deadline. NXT Deadline. The final NXT pay-per-view for the year. Yeah, it looks like day one is officially gone bye-bye. Thank God.
NXT.
And nothing of... Alright, this is it. The last NXT pay-per-view. NXT Deadline. Well, what even more do we have to say? You know what? Let's just go, okay? Start with the first match. Men's Iron Survivor Challenge to determine the #1 contender for NXT Championship. Carmelo Hayes versus JD McDonough versus Grayson Waller versus Joe Gacy versus Axiom. What the hell is an Iron Survivor Series match, you ask? Well, on the November 15th episode of NXT, Shawn Michaels announced a new match format for WWE. This is one each for the men and the women. Okay, here are the rules. 2 wrestlers start the match, and every 5 minutes another wrestler enters until all 5 participants are present. After the last wrestler enters, there is a predetermined time limit. Each time a wrestler scores a pinfall, submission, or is the victim of a disqualification, they gain a point. A wrestler who is pinned or submitted or disqualified goes into the penalty box for 90 seconds. The winner of the match is the wrestler who scores the most points at the end of the time limit. The winner of the men's and women's matches become the #1 contender for the NXT and NXT Women's Championship, respectively. Everybody got that? Okay, good. Because I am not even going further. It's like hockey shit, too. Get the most points, free for all. This is like some fucking Unreal Tournament, like, shit that we got going on in here, which I'm not entirely against, to be honest, because I love the Unreal Tournament series. Oh, but for real, it's like if you threw more Melee into the mix. And it wasn't quite first person. Hey, that did give me an idea, though, for a game like that. Maybe another time, but okay, for real, this does look like it's going to be pretty interesting. Steven, who's your pick?
I got the one and only, the one that doesn't miss, Carmelo Hayes.
I gotta agree with you there. Hayes got to move up and get that last bit there before he goes to the main roster. So yeah. And we have a women's Iron Survivor Challenge to determine the number one contender for NXT Women's Champion. Zoe Stark versus Cora Jade versus Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James versus Indy Hartwell. So yeah, November 29th episode, that's when the first 4 contestants were revealed for the men's and the women's. The following week, after November 29th, Axiom won the 5th and final spot in the match, defeating Von Wagner and Andre Chase in a triple threat match. And Indy Hartwell won the 5th and final spot in the women's by defeating Wendy Chu and Fallon Henley, also in a triple threat match. Again, see the men's side of here. This shouldn't be much different. Again, should be good. And yeah, who's your pick?
It's either between Zoe or Indy. Shit, I'll go with Zoe.
I'm going with Indy Hartwell on this one. All right, well, who's up next? It's Braun Breaker versus Apollo Crews for the NXT Championship. On the November 15th episode of NXT, Apollo Crews warned NXT champion Braun Breaker that his goal was to become champion. Later, after Crews' match, Breaker appeared to confront him. The following week, Breaker... Where was I? Breaker was scheduled to defend the NXT Women's Champ... No, what am I saying? Blah, blah, blah. I can't fucking speak. No, the NXT Men's Championship against Crews at Deadline. I can't fucking speak. I'm tired. I've been playing Uncharted 2 for the past several hours, and I'm almost done with it, okay? Cut me a break. Steven?
I got Braun retaining.
I gotta agree with you there. Braun's gonna retain. Next. Ooh.
Banger after banger after banger.
Stop. Okay, Pretty Deadly, Elton Prince, and Kit Wilson versus The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Wait, what are they doing? On the December 6th episode of NXT, while NXT Tag Team Champions Pretty Deadly were reading A Christmas Story, they were interrupted by SmackDown roster members The New Day, who attacked the duo and challenged them for the titles. This match was made official. I guess this is the test to see if they can pass it. And what better team to put Pretty Deadly against than The New Day? Not much going on for them right now with the Usos hogging all the shit, so let's go for it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Who's your pick, Steven?
I got Pretty Deadly. Even though I know what they won't be the Triple Crown Tag Team Champion, but Pretty Deadly won't.
Yeah, Pretty Deadly. The New Day will be fine with this loss here. Alright, last match. Alba Fire versus Isla Dawn. So in the November 15th episode, Alba Fire, former Kaylee Ray, lost to NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose, the last women's standing match, after interference from Isla Dawn, who made her NXT debut. On the December 6th episode, after Dawn successfully won her match, Firewood attacked her, and later that night, a match between the two was scheduled for Deadline. I mean, Fire's been doing her thing, but Isla Dawn's kind of new, so you don't really want to have her lose. It's tough. It's tough. It really is. You don't know which way it's gonna go. Steven, who is your pick?
Alba Fire.
I'll go with Alba Fire too, just cause. And that settles it. This will probably be the best NXT pay-per-view. I would hope so. But I don't know if that's even saying much with the crazy ass year things have been.
Sexy.
Yeah, it's done.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Steven, stop it.
I'm sexy and I
Steven,
know
if
it.
you don't shut the hell up, I need to have a serious moment right now, and I will bust a cap in your ass if you don't stop.
Oh.
It's done. That's it. That's the last pay-per-view for the year.
Woo!
No. Let me just say something. I can honestly say, with everything that has happened over the course of this entire year, this has been the most insane year to be a wrestling fan, period. And the worst part is it's not even over yet because, well, let's be honest, I don't think anything's going to top Vince McMahon retiring. No. Nothing's going to top that at all.
And tune into Coffee's end of the year review because I'm sure he's going to mention that. So tune in on that one.
Actually, I don't know if I will. And that's game review on my main channel. Let me Look, well, honestly, with all the crazy shit that's happened here and some of the up and downs that I've had in my personal life, I can honestly say that this has been the most up and down year for me in recent memory.
Yep.
But I will say the community is buzzing very good, which is what I want. And I really do appreciate everybody who's come by the streams, who's popped into the server, who's come by when I do the watch-alongs on my Twitch, everyone who's commented, just like, subscribe, just whatever. Okay? I've had some bad times this year, but I've also had plenty of good times. And in the words of the Cars, let the good times roll. And we're going to make sure they keep on rolling for 2023 while trying to keep most of the bad times away. Even if they hit, we just got to take them head on and just keep on going. Because right now, things are divided as shit. I am kind of tired. It's kind of hurting my enjoyment of things where things are tired. But we will not be back until Royal Rumble. And that'll be, what, a full month away when you give or take? Oh, it's going to be more than a month, actually. But you know what? I think some of us need it. I think some of us genuinely fucking need it. Yeah, we do. So if you ever feel stressed, I'm just going to say this. If you ever feel like things are too much here with this or whatever else you're doing, whether it is just the world of wrestling or whatever you do, whether it's sports or whatever, just take a break for a short while. I promise you, it'll help rejuvenate yourself. Leave the internet behind for a moment and go serene yourself in a park or a forest. And become at one with nature for a bit. Or just your inner peace. Because right now, sometimes that's all you can do. I also want to thank everyone who's been here for the start of everything. Thanks Steven for being here. All the other guests
it's always a pleasure to be here.
And let's just kick 2023's ass. Let's just gonna kick this year goodbye.
Yeah.
And go straight into 2023. So see you all for the Royal Rumble when we hit fuck you, it's January. Until next time. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Take care of yourself and each other. Good night, everybody. We'll see you all next time.